Hey, welcome back to another video here with me, Rich on Rich Aesthetic. And this video is on what is different in the UI of Apple numbers 14.5 and older to Apple numbers 15, part of the Creator Studio bundle. So let's take a look over at the Mac.
So over on the Mac, you can see I have the 14.5 version on the left and the 15.0 version on the right. You can't see that from the file name, but it's not really necessary because as you can see, the 15.0 version has received the macOS Tahoe window rounded corners, which are very contentious for some reason. But I say give me pear-shaped corners. Right off the bat, you can notice the icons in the toolbar are just larger in the 15.0 version. Larger click targets, they just look better in my opinion. This is one of those things that I like about macOS Tahoe. And taking a look at the insert formula button, you actually do get the liquid glass design in the 14.5 drop down for that, but I think that's just because, back-end macOS stuff. But when you look at the table and chart insert like drop downs, totally different. The new version in 15.0, you have kind of like app icons highlighting the different table types. Kind of unnecessary, I think. I don't think it looks bad though, but this is one of those areas where it's like, do we need those little outlines? But overall, the menu picker is nice. And you'll notice pressing the buttons, the left and right arrows to look at the different kinds of charts, they have a fun like little fluid animation showing that you clicked on it. Very subtle, but not as subtle as clicking on the arrows in the 14.5 version, where it just barely, just so faintly gets a little bit darker when you click on that arrow button. There's no point. The shape drop down, it makes it look like there are almost no shapes, but that's because most of them are in the content hub now, and they're of course pushing that so that you have to go past the premium stuff to get to the free stuff. And this is one of those things that I don't like. I don't mind it being a freemium app, but why do they have to be freemium in the way that all shitty freemium apps are freemium, right? We complain about freemium apps because you can feel that they want you to buy something. If it's more in the background, that would be more the Apple way. I don't have any issue with paying for apps. I subscribe to a lot of them, but don't do it like when you're shopping at a grocery store and when you're, checking out, that's where they put all the chocolate. Like Apple should be putting all the fruits when we're checking out. You know what I mean? Taking a look at more menus here, they largely look kind of the same. There's some icon differences. So when you go to the drop down to insert something, the choose file button is what it's called now in the version 15.0. Plus there's a little file icon next to that rather than just 3 random dots. Now getting to the inspector, you'll see the inspector is now translucent and has a little bit of the liquid glass touch. However, it's a very frosted liquid glass. I like the way it looks. They did a nice job. I'm just hoping that there's more or better use of space in the inspector, which you'll see not. The inspector layout is the exact same between the old version and the new version. The difference mostly comes in the updated drop-down menu pickers to match the new look. You'll see there are still separators in the chart tab of the format inspector, but only when the window's active. The chart type dropdown does not have icons next to the different options. However, there are icons next to all of the different menu items in the menu bar, of course, which John Gruber doesn't like. And you'll see as we go through the different tabs on this chart in the format inspector, it's all the same. And it really annoys me because here we are on the arrange tab. Why do I have to click on a drop down for a line when there's all that open space in the inspector? Well, this is the arrange tab. Arrange your settings better in the inspector to make better use of space of the inspector. Like if I'm gonna arrange you understand what I mean, right? Now taking a look at the Organize tab, again, largely the same. If you click and hold, you can select the different items, same as the old version, but now wherever your mouse is floating while you're clicking and holding, category, sort, or filter will be highlighted dark, as opposed to on the old version where the one that you initiated the click and hold stays dark, but it won't be the one that is selected if that's not where the mouse is when you let go. Again, everything's the same here. The drop downs just look a little different. The touch targets seem to be better. I had to click 3 times to deselect all, as opposed to just 1 time on the new version. And largely that's something I like about macOS Tahoe. I don't have to change the display zoom to get big buttons, but the text I stay small, right? I can see the text, I can see the icons, but I don't want to have to try to click a tiny little touch target. I understand it's a mouse. I understand I can slow down the mouse speed, but that's not the problem. The mouse speed is very comfortable at what I have it at, but in macOS Tahoe, buttons are easier to press. And this is one of those things that I like about macOS Tahoe. Now, the cool thing, and I don't know if this is a dig, but the toolbar in the version 15 of Apple Numbers, you can set it to be text only, which I find hilarious because of all of the complaining and whining from the Apple podcasters about the macOS menu bar icons. You can do text only in the toolbar. I don't like that version, but you can't do it on the old version. I like the icon only version personally. Yeah, so that's been a look at the Windows. I hope I showed it well, and I'd like to know what your thoughts are on my thoughts or on the apps themselves.
So let me know down in the comments below what you think of the update. I really like it. I'm going to be subscribed because I like the Content Hub, and I'm going to see how I can use that in my Apple Numbers Finance project, which is what you saw featured in those windows, by the way. So if you're looking for a free finance manager, take a look down in the description and the comments for the link to that video. It is free until WWDC 26, and I still have my fingers crossed for liquid glass styling options because I think the charts could look really cool if they have a cool like liquid glass effect on them. So until then, consider subscribing. My name is Richard, and until the next one, peace out.